Let's continue the Egyptian Heaven and Hell, Volume 2, the short form of the book Tuat and the Book of the Gates. Chapter 5, the Gate of Tchetbi. And I'll figure out how to say it when I come across the characters. The boat of the sun, having passed through the 3rd division of the Tuat, arrives at the gateway that leads to the 4th division. The gateway is like that which admitted the entity into the 3rd division, and its outward is guarded by 9 entities in the form of mummies, who are described as the 3rd company of the demons of the great demon who are within. And wait, Signature, Yamu. I think that's it. And remember, instead of the sun entity, it's about our own journey. This is the ultimate purpose of these themes. At the entrance of the corridor, which runs between the 2 walls, an entity in mummified form called Nur Katai, I think that's how it's pronounced. And at the exit is a similar entity called Sta Tai. And each entity has a Boreas over its brow. You know, the snake from the center of the forehead. And each is said to extend his arms and hands unto Ra. Ka, th, tha, dfn, Ra. The corridor is swept by flames of fire, which proceed from the mouths of the 2 serpents, stationed each at an angle, and their fire is for Ra. The gateway, the 4th division, is called Nabats Juth Au. Oh, that bread-looking thing is Au? Okay. And the text says, this great entity, and remember that's a plural, that's spoken of in a plural, but there's plural and quantity, qualitative plurals, and wait. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I want to make sure I'm not accidentally saying the same thing over again. And the text says, this great entity cometh to the gateway and entereth through it, and the entities who are therein acclaim him. The company of the entities say to Ra, open up the earth, force then away through the Tuat and the region which is above, and dispel our darkness. Hail Ra, come thou to us. And remember that Ra is like the sun demon Sarath. Surat, more likely pronounced, but that's Kabbalah, 6 by 6 by 6, and the square equals 666, but anyways. The monster serpent which stands on his tail and guards the gateway is called Tchetbi. So Tchetbi is the gate that we are talking about here, the gate of Tchetbi. And the 2 lines of text which refer to his admission of Ra readeth, he who is over this door openeth to Ra. Sasa saith to Tchetbi, Open gate to Ra, unfold thy doors to Tchetbi, that he may send light into thick darkness and make his radiance illuminate this hidden habitation. This door is shut after this great entity hath passed through it, and there is lamentation to those who are in this gateway when they hear this door close upon them. And if you notice, here is the Tchetbi gate. And they're doing that same thing, that sharing the fire and the snake going up the baseline. So the sort of like a interesting way of looking at the caduceus, right? In the middle of this division, we see the boat of Ra being towed in its way by 4 entities of the Tuat. The entity is in the same form as before, stands in a shrine enveloped by Mahan, the snake. Sasa stands in the bows, and Haka at the stern. The boat advances up to a long, low building with a heavy cornice, which contains 9 small shrines or chapels. In each of these is a demon in mummified form laying on its back. The 9 entities are described as the powers that follow Yasir, who are in their abodes, literally holes. The Kliput, the Sitra Atra, the dark side of the Kabbalah. So these are entities in their holes, their shells, and what is that? Natru Kata Yasir Yamu Ba U Sun U. I hope I pronounced that right, but immediately in front of the 9 shrines are 2 groups containing 6 women who stand upon a slope, one half of which appears to be land and the other half water. These women are called the Hour Demonesses, which are in the Tuat, and that is Wun Nut, Nut being the primal goddess. Wun Nut Dwa Yumt U Tuat Per. Each is separated from the other by a monster serpent of many folds called Hrt. 2 R's. And of him, Hrt. Okay, that might sound better. And of him that is said that spawneth 12 serpents to be devoured by the hours. And the 4th division, the 9 who follow Osiris, Yasir, the serpent, Hrt, and the demonesses of the hour, all lined up. I'm sure someone's pirated the PDF, but it's a very old text, so you're not, it's over 100 years, the writer is over 100 years dead, so whatever country you're in, it's like actual text, and I'm sharing a commentary, so that gives me the leeway. My channel's spiritual, religious, whatever you want to call it. So there's more grounds in terms of fair usage. Same thing with the text I rework and the systems I rework. It's like I'm reworking to express better through my spiritual beliefs, my opinions of these things. So it's totally different than somebody just, basically grafting and saying, oh, give me money. And the text relating to the passage of the boat of the sun reads, Sarusu nature pun yan sure. Well, anyways, I'll just give a translation. This great entity is drawn along by the entities of the Tuat, and he journeyeth in the hidden place. There worketh in respect of the things which are there. Draw me along, O ye beings of the Tuat. Look ye upon me, for I have created you. Pull ye with your arms, and draw me therewith, and turn aside to the eastern part of the heaven, the habitations which surround your sphere, and that hidden mountain, the light which goeth round among the demons, receiveth me, and I come forth among you into the hidden place. Draw ye me along, I work on your behalf in the gateway which covereth over the demons of the Tuat. And Ra saith unto them, Look ye upon me, O ye demons, for I strike those who are in their sepulchres, saying, Arise, O ye demons! I have ordered for you the plan and manner of your existence, O ye who are in your sepulchres, whose souls are broken, who live upon your own filth, and feed upon your own offal. Arise before my disk, and put ye yourselves in a right state by means of my beams. The duties which shall have in the Tuat are in conformity with the things which I have decreed for you. Their food consisteth of flesh, and their ale is of the red barley, and their libations are of cool water. There is lamentation to them after they have heard their doors close upon them. And I'm writing something about Luciferianism beyond Christianity, and rather than the calling on the Christian Trinity and angels and stuff to counteract the demons and the goetic work, they open up the doors and the pathways, and that's sort of what's going on here. Not necessarily, you don't have to be on the side of the demons and summoning them up and trying to get them to do your work for this to work psychologically for you to have an understanding of the Janut, of other aspects of the unseen realm and your psychology. But the disc, think of the disc on the head, the sign of your aura, light, heat, magnetism. But the spiritual side, these can be psychic, these can be physical medallions with symbols. In respect to these 12 demonesses of ours, it is said, They who stand upon their lake, and it is they who guide Ra in a straight line by means of their instruments. To them Ra saith, Hearken, O ye demonesses of the hours of the night sky, work ye and eat ye, and rest ye in your gateways with your breast towards the darkness, and your hind parts towards the light. Make stand up the serpent, Hrt, and it's just Hrt. And lift ye upon that which cometh forth from it. It is your duty in the Tuat to eat up the spawn of the Hrt, and ye shall destroy that which cometh before it. From it draw ye me, for I have begotten you in order that ye may pay homage to me. Take you your rest, O ye hours. Their food consisteth of cakes of bread, and their ale is made of the red, and their draughts are of cool water, and there is given unto them their food which cometh forth with the coup. The beatified dead. The cobs and the coup, the exalted form, the spirit. Remember the language that about Satan being the the progenitor, the progenitor of the fire beings, and in the fire being realm, calling on the allegiance. Well, so those who are considered still under Ra is what we're talking about. On the right hand of the path of the boat, of the sun. In the 4th division, we see 12 entities, bearded and standing upright, who are called bearded and standing upright, who are called the entities who carry along their doubles. The Churu Yin Ue U Nakai Sanu. Something like that. 12 jackal-headed entities who stand around the lake of life. Shiek. And Oxnux, something like that, who were called the jackals in the lake of life. Sonks, Boo, Yimu, Xian, Oxnux, 10 Re, which stand around the lake of Ura, Sheku, and are called the living Uri, Yarut, Oxnuxt, U. You know, because the U is the plural, Ue is the double, and Y is the singular. The text which refers to these 3 groups of beings reads, and the paragraph of the first 12 is, they who bear along their doubles, who immerse themselves in that which floweth in abundance from the slaughtered ones during the time of their existence, and who carry their offerings which are rightly due to his abode. Unto them saith Ra, that which belongeth to you, O ye demons, who are among your offerings, it is to offer as an obligatory offering your devils. Ye have your own offerings, your enemies are destroyed, they are not. Your spirits are on their thrones, and souls are on their places. They say unto Ra, adorations be unto thee, O Ra Khutte. Hail to thee, O thou soul who art protected in the earth. Hail to thee as being eternal, O Lord of the years and the everlastingness, which hath no diminution. Their food consisteth of offerings, and their drink is of cool water, and there is lamentation to them when they hear their doors close upon them. Their food is given to them from the entity Musta by Dasrat Bio. Oh, okay. I found it. Urusu, the desert, Ba, okay. Musta, where's Musta? I don't know where Musta is. The paragraph which refers to the jackal-headed entities and the devils, you know, the psychological projection, the astral soul, the Ka. So we have the Lake of Life and the Uri. So let me show you. They who come forth from this lake whereunto the souls of the dead cannot approach by reason of the sanctity which is therein. Unto them saith Ra, that which belongeth to you, O ye entities who are in this lake, is to keep guard on your lives in your lake. Your offerings are under the guard of the jackals, which have set themselves on the edge of your lake. They saith unto Ra, immerse thyself, O Ra, in thy holy lake, wherein the Lord of the gods, alleged, immersed himself, whereunto the souls of the dead approach not. This is what thou thyself hast commanded, O Kute. Their food consisteth of bread, their drink is of the red, and their vessels of drink are filled with wine. There is lamentation among them when they hear their doors close upon them. Their food is given to them as the lords of the scepters round about this lake. And the red, we're assuming it's barley, but what if it's blood? What if they want physical food and physical drink, but they want blood too? These demons want blood. So a lot of the things we hear about sorcery, the ancient Egyptians were doing it, and probably the Atlanteans before them. The text that refers to the Uri reads, They who have their speech after Ra cometh to them, and souls are turned backwards. Shadows are destroyed at the hearing of the words of the Ra. Unto them saith Ra, that which belongeth to you, O ye Uri, who are in this lake, it is to guard your flames and your fires, so that ye may hurl them against my enemies, and your burning heat against those whose mouths are evil. Hail to you, O Uri. They saith unto Ra, Come thou to us, stride thou over Tanen. Okay. Xenos, Utah, Susu, okay, plural, the Arath comes out, Yunusun, Nu, Ra, Ma'au, Rakanan, Xenos, Utah, Susu. So that's come down to us, stride thou over Tanan, over the earth, because Ta would be the earth. But Susu, I don't know if he's ever got the letters wrong that I've noticed before, but I'm going to try to point that out when I see it. So, the beings of fire, the males and females that are called demons are of a metaphysical fire. They're of something else. On the left path of the boat of the sun, through the fourth division, we see the entity Yisthir, Osiris, in mummified form and wearing on his head the crown of the south, standing on a serpent and partially covered by the earth of the mountain. His head only is above the ground, and he stands on a naos with a vaulted dome. His name or title is Kunt Yimate, is written by his side. Before his shrine is a flame demoness in the form of a Uraas, and behind her are 12 demons who stand in front of the Harur, are Horus the Aged, and the Haro Eris. My stomach is saying to eat. And of the later Greek writers, Harur is in the form of a hawk-headed man, which leans on his staff. Behind the shrine is contained Yasir. Oh, behind the shrine which contains Yasir stands 12 demons, who are described as the demons who are behind the shrine. And Nutru Haka'u Ka'e Rapur. Behind the behind or by the side of these are 4 pits or hollows in the ground. By the side of each stands an entity with his body bent forward in adoration before a bearded entity who holds the symbol of life in his right hand and a scepter in the left. The 4 entities are called the masters of their pits. Haru, Hakad, U, Peru, Sanu. And their lord is called the Mother of Earths, Harra, Sa'u, HRRSAU. And the text referring to these entities reads, and it refers to Horus, Horus worketh on behalf of his father Yasir. He performeth magical ceremonies for him, and restoreth to him the crown. My heart goeth out to thee, O my father, who art avenged on those who would work against thee, and in all matters which concern thee. Thou art guided by magical ceremonies. Thou hast the mastery, O Yasir. Thou hast the sovereignty, O Knteyamenta, O thou hast whatsoever is thine as governor of the Tuat, O thou whose forms are exalted in the hidden place. The beautified spirits hold thee in fear, and the dead are terrified at thee. Thy crown has been restored unto thee, and I, thy son, Re, hath reckoned thy weakness. There, 12 entities who are in front of the shrine of Knteyamenta say, Let him of the Tuat be exalted. Let Knteyamenta be adored. Thy son Hre hath restored to thee thy crown. He hath protected thee by means of magical ceremonies. He hath crushed for thee thine enemies. He hath brought to thee vigor for thy arms, O Yasir Knteyamenta. In reply to this address of the 12 entities, Knteyamenta saith unto his son Horus, Hre, Come to me, O my son, Hre, and avenge me on those who would work against me, and cast them to him that is over the things which destroy. It is he who guardeth the pits. Then saith Hre unto these entities who are behind the shrine, Make inquisition for me, O ye demons who are in the following of Knteyamenta. Stand ye up, withdraw ye not yourselves, and be masters over yourselves, and come and live delicately on the bread of who is authority, divine authority, and drink ye of the ale of Maat, divine truth, and live ye upon that whereon my father liveth there. That which belongeth to you in the hidden place is to be behind the shrine, according to the commandment of Ra. I call unto you, and behold, it's for you to do what is your duty to do. Their meat consisteth of cakes of bread, and their ale is of the Jesert drink, and their libations are cool water. Their food is given unto them by the guardian of these things which are in the shrine. And Hre saith unto these entities, Smite ye the enemies of my father, and hurl ye them down into your pits, because of that deadly evil which they have done against the Great One. Found him that begot me, and that which belongeth to you to do in the Tuat is to guard the pits of fire, according as Ra hath commanded. And I set this before you, so that, behold, ye may do according to what belongeth to you. This entity standeth over This entity standeth over the pits. And so let's... The 12 before the shrine, Harur, and the 12 entities behind the shrine, Yasyar Kuntiyamantat, and Najert, Demoness of the Flame, the Master of the Earths, the 4 Masters of their pits, and we come to the end of this section.